The real answer to your question is that when it feels scary to jump, Ian, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life. And that I can't do.
The thing is that the voice of fear will lead you to a life that's too small. And you know this. You already know this. And the way that you know this is you feel this. You feel this conflict, this dissonance and tension when you're in that position, when you're doing something that's too small. If you want to reach full power in this one life of yours, it's in the second voice. It's in the voice that's the real you. This contains your dreams, your path. It contains your energy. And when you stop denying who you really are, there's really no end to what you can accomplish. And I'm going to invite you today to make 3 promises to yourselves. So the first one is a promise that's going to help you get unstuck. The second one is a promise that's going to help you find that voice. And the third one is a promise that's going to help you follow it. And then you can tap into this energy source, not episodically or randomly on a run sometime, but actually intentionally and regularly. So the first promise is take the nail out of your head. This is the unstuck promise. So nails can kind of fall into 4 buckets. The first one is bad habits that we have that are keeping us from reaching our full potential. The second one is unresolved past experiences that we might have had a long time ago that we just have compartmentalized and we haven't dealt with them. The third one is rules or assumptions. This is the way your life needs to go. You have to do this first. Your parents want you to do that. All these constraints we put on ourselves with our own rules. And the fourth one is fear. And it's fear that's keeping you stuck. So in my case, it was a job that I didn't like, but I was afraid to leave, so I stayed in the job. You could be in a relationship that you shouldn't be in, and you're afraid to leave, so you stay in the relationship. Or it could be really any decision that you want to make, but you're afraid, and so you stay paralyzed. There's 2 reasons that it's hard to pull these nails out of our head. The first one is we haven't admitted that we have one. So we haven't said out loud, I have a problem with alcohol, or I'm in a relationship that I shouldn't be in, or a job that's not giving me energy. So to remove the nail, the first thing is to start by speaking your truth. And this is half of the battle right here. The second reason that we don't pull the nail out is life is going to get worse first. So if you think of this as the pattern of your life, where at any given time you're going to reach a plateau, and the path to get to the next plateau involves something that's going to get worse first. So just to realize that everything that you want is on the other side of worse first. Everything that you want is often on the other side of the thing that you fear right now. Think about the thing that you fear, and that's the thing you should be going at. That's where your work is right now. So promise 2 is follow your energy. It can be very harmful advice to go follow your passion, and here's why. Because it implies that you have only one passion. It implies that you're supposed to know what it is when you're 28, that you're supposed to go do it for the next 40 years, and you're supposed to know how to follow it. And I don't think any of those things are true. So instead, what I'm going to offer is for you to not follow necessarily this nebulous passion of which there's one and it's intimidating, but instead to follow just your energy, whatever is giving you energy at the current time. So there's this exercise that I want to do with you today, which is called 9 lives. And the way it works is, imagine that you had 9 parallel universes that you could partake in. The first life is going to be the thing that you're doing right now. So for me, that was I'm in the corporate job. I'm going to live in the Bay Area. I'm going to pay off some debt. That's kind of life number 1. And then lives 2 through 9, you have 2 rules. The first rule is that they all have to start from today. So you can't go back in time. All your remaining 8 lives start with where you are right now. The second rule is you want to find the things that you're super excited about. Ask yourself this question. Of all 9 of those lives, what would I do if I knew I wouldn't fail? Which one of those would I choose? That is, by definition, silencing that voice of fear and really getting in touch with that thing that is your most dear dream. Third promise is to go all in now. So one of the biggest traps that we have is we're hedged. We have 1 foot in, we have 1 foot out. Well, should I, shouldn't I? I'm not sure, I'm kind of in. I don't know if I'm in this job, I don't know about this relationship, I don't know, I'm kind of still waiting, it'll become clear at some point, I'm not really sure when this happens, then I'll do it. It's on the other side of this thing as soon as I get done with this. And, Goethe said, until one is committed, there's always hesitancy, a chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Sadly, most people spend most of their lives here, never really fully committing to things. And this is a huge waste of energy. And you're not gonna get where you want to go half in, half out. In 22 years of being a case guest or a lecturer, no student has ever said to me, Graham, you know what? I have this dream I'm really excited about, but I just give up. I'm not going to do it. No students ever said that. Instead, they say, not now. I've actually heard people say in my coaching classes, this is when I'm going to start. This is when I'm going to get going, when one of these things happens. And you know what? Then there's always a new thing, right? You never really get there. It's like, and then they say, sometime in the future, later, not now, which will turn into never. You're the person who earned the seat that you're sitting in. Your drive, your motivation, your persistence, your willpower, and your character is enough that you get to transport that on the next journey that you go on. And you forget that sometimes. It's a new journey, but you get to bring you. And you excited about something, going all in as long as it takes, is not just enough, but this is the most powerful force that there is. If you want to live at full power, 3 promises. Promise you'll take the nail out of your head along the journey as you get stuck. Promise you'll go toward the energy as you start to feel that energy, you'll move toward it, particularly the thing you would do if you knew you wouldn't fail. And promise you will not utter the words not now, that you'll start heading in the direction of your dreams, and that you'll go all in and you'll stay unhedged, and you'll start that now.